Welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video, I'll be focusing on how to play Carentan Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty World War II. What I have up on the screen is the actual spawns for this actual map in TDM. So in the actual background, I'm playing with bots. Again, just to demonstrate how the spawns work, how they flip, and overall my favorite spots on the map. I'll be messing around a little bit with the sniper. I will attest that I am not a sniper by any means, so just kind of playing around, messing around so you can kind of just see how the spawns work and then what are some of the best positions to catch people off of spawn. So pretty much for the opening rush, depending on what side you're on, the actual map is kind of imbalanced, I think, just in general, just because of the way the actual buildings position themselves in the middle. You can actually catch people coming off of spawn a little bit worse on the right side of the map than the left side, because at least there's a little bit of cover on the left side. But pretty much when you run over here to this center area, you primarily want to get in the buildings, because the buildings you're going to have a little bit more cover. You can position yourself in a way that you can actually just hit people coming off the spawn so that you don't actually have to really worry or work for your kill. Looking from the middle buildings to the left side of the map where the spawns are, there's approximately 5 or 6 windows that you can actually look out of and actually catch people coming off a spawn. So a lot of times if you're in a group, this makes it a lot easier, especially if you don't push those spawns, they won't flip because the distance is kind of far. So pretty much as long as you're positioned in the windows, you're going to be able to catch people coming off a spawn. So you'll see me come around, I'll look through this window, peek that spawn. This isn't the best angle, but there are different angles, so it just depends on which way you're going to go. So I stay in this building for a pretty good amount of time, just because I know that the enemies will be coming from this direction that I'm looking. I probably should have set up my UAV the right way so that I could just spam UAVs, but it is what it is. So now I'm repositioning because I feel like the spawns might be flipping. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's not the case because my teammates are still spawning in the original spawn. So I come around through the middle, try and position to the other building, since this building's windows actually have a little bit better vantage point. So I take out a few different enemies, try and force flip the spawns a little bit, pick up another weapon just so I can have a little bit better shooting within the matches, just so that, you know, it's not just the sniper. But I go up again, like I said, up into the window, just so I can actually peek. There's actually this window right here is probably a really good one just because they can come right out that middle section. If you actually have people on these other 2 windows, you can actually catch people coming around that side. If you also have someone on the other end where the turret gun is, you can actually get another vantage point. So you'll see that as I reposition a little bit later in the match. So still just kind of floating around. This isn't a fast-paced map by any means, just because positioning wise, this game in general, you're supposed to play slower if you actually want to go on lengthy streaks consistently. You'll see people that can run around and they have super fast reflexes and all that stuff, but that's not the norm. So over here you can see I kind of bounce to the other side, get a different vantage point. This one is a little bit better vantage point, especially when you get into this spot and then you can peek the window. Not this window, but the other one that I'm going to go look at in just a little bit. I have a better vantage point from that side. So it just really depends on what you like to do. But for the most part, if you hold down the windows, you're going to do really well, because you get to see people coming off a spawn. They can't really get to you unless they sneak up from a side. So it's really a matter of positioning. So this entire time, the spawns have not flipped. I haven't had a lot of teammates run in that direction, but I'm just kind of holding down this window. You can actually get view to the mid spawn and then also that corner spawn, as far as walking out into those general areas. And since you're in a window, a lot of times the distance is really hard for the enemy team to see that you're actually there unless they're already looking there. Or have lookout on, which a lot of people aren't running lookout, so it's just one of those things. Looking at the mini map, you can see that there's a lot of my teammates in that left spawn, so the spawns are probably in position where they're going to flip. So now you can see the red dots on the original spawn that I spawned on the right. So now it's just about repositioning on that side. So you can see the spawns did flip. I died, and then now I'm over here in the left spawn. So now I got to push the building and push that middle building again where I initially started my first set of kills, and pretty much just moving around the map. I know they're going to be coming from that right side. They're very limited on where they can spawn. As you can see, it's really a small area. So it's just really about positioning myself in a way that I can take people off the spawn either through this doorway or the actual 2 windows upstairs are good spots. It just depends on how you're going to position yourself and play the actual map. I just died again, but you can see the spawns are still on the left side. They haven't really moved. I have a few teammates in the area, so they're not really forcing the spawns to flip on the opposite side. And pretty much just kind of maneuvering back to the middle of the map, since the buildings are pretty much the more secure of the spaces. So I come around the left side, kind of peek it. This is a long, basically, road that you can look down. But for the most part, the buildings are a better way to go. And pretty much that's it for this particular map. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you did find it helpful in any way, go ahead and leave a comment. I think I only have about 2 more maps left to do in this series, and then I'll probably move on to either Domination or Hardpoint. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. If you did enjoy the video in any way, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.